Hello everyone, this is Grudscom and welcome back to another episode of Factorio with the BioIndustries mod. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and New Year's holidays. If you remember in the last episode, we cleared out the biter bases that were around our perimeter with the tank that we were able to make because we moved our research facilities, so we are doing blue and military science right here, and they feed into the labs, and also red and green science. And we increased our production a little bit, or our research capabilities, by making more labs. Of course, the tank was a pretty fun thing to have, and of course, I think based on our map, I think we've cleared out enough area that it looks like we're not going to run into biters for quite a while. We might be able to open up these mines and just start destroying, basically just like clearing out these mining areas here, because we had restricted it in the past because we were worried about pollution, and we were also kind of clearing out those buffer chests. So let's go ahead, and I think what we'll do in this episode is we need to look at how to make this game a little bit more convenient, because right now there's been a lot of things placed by hand, moving things around, things like that. One of the things that this game does later on in the game is it does become more and more automated. So right now I've been doing a lot of stuff by hand, as far as picking up things and moving it around, building designs. Like I said, with the blueprint feature, like these lights right here are not placed right now, but if I had them in my inventory like I do now, robots can automatically place these when it encounters a blueprint and I have the items on my inventory. So there's a lot of things that need to go into that. First of all, I need to have robots, which I believe our research, we have researched that already, so we can make the robots. But what you need to have is what's called a personal roboport, and the personal roboport allows you to have basically like robots on your person that take items from your inventory and place them. But yeah, there's a lot of things we need to do. First of all, we do need to make batteries, and we don't. So we have this set up for making algae biomass, which is fine, but I don't like this setup, and I do want to expand it also. What I'm thinking is I want to move this tank over to the other side and just kind of keep like a liquid storage kind of in the center of this block here. And then maybe let's look at, so what we'll do is we'll expand this a little bit, and then we'll start making petroleum from this algae biomass, which is something we can do. And then I think we can start making sulfuric acid, which we need to make the batteries. So there's, it's like one step to get to another step to get to another step. So first of all, let's do what I said. Let's move this setup, just rearrange things basically. So I don't have any of these tanks, so let's make a couple of these. And I believe I'm going to need a pump if I don't have one already, and it doesn't look like I do. So let's just see if I have any in the car. Course not. Oh, yes I do. Oh, I actually had tanks too. Well. So I could hook up the pipes and just let it flow, but what you'll notice then is that it won't empty out this big tank into this one. It'll just kind of balance everything out. And the only bad thing about this is it's going to also take from these pipes, which means all of these bioreactors are going to start making algae biomass as well, and it is also pumping out of this tank. So let's just get this emptied out, and of course I think they're going to run out of liquid air eventually. Maybe not, because there's still quite a bit in the pipes from that chemical plant earlier. So let's see, how far is it going to go down? Doesn't look like it's going to go very far at all. Yeah, this one's already full, so let's just take this tank out. I really don't like wasting stuff, but it was just a little bit coming out of there. That one needs to be there. Let's see, let's get our chemical plant for our liquid air, which it's here, so let's put that down. It's a little close, but I think it's going to be okay. Liquid air. And there we go. And I also don't need this pump anymore. There we go. Okay. So now they'll fill up that tank, and I think I did have some blueprints somewhere. Hey, there we go. Okay, so I created a blueprint basically where I just tiled this whole thing, so eventually we're going to need to expand and make more of this. So I just basically did a blueprint of this whole part, and I just copied it down until I had 4 rows. So no big deal there. But that lets me know about how far I need to go when I start building my refineries to make petroleum out of that algae biomass. And I actually think I'm going to have to clear out a lot of trees here. Alright. Of course, another thing about the robots is they can harvest trees really quickly. So that is definitely another convenience. What am I looking for? I'm looking for another blueprint that I don't see here. And that is my setup of petroleum manufacturing. So what this one does is, it looks really complicated because of the pipes, but that's just the way that I aligned the refineries. Let's see if we can get these big poles in here. Okay, so that one's got power. Okay, this is 12 refineries that I need to make, and what is that going to take? Oh, I almost have enough stuff to do it. Oh, I don't want to handcraft green circuits though. That is very time consuming and wasteful. So it looks like, what am I going to need? Stone bricks probably. Yeah, I'll probably need some of those. I'll need green circuits here. They do take a lot of ingredients. So that's 10, 1, 2. Alright. It's an awful lot of handcrafting. Another thing I know I'm going to need is more pipes as well. Maybe I'll just get that started here. And take out some of these. Alright. Don't have any of those yet. So all it does, all this area does, is it's going to take the algae biomass, and I think it takes water as one of the inputs as well, and then the output is petroleum. The only, well, I mean, one of the bad things about these refineries is they do take a lot of energy, so it's going to be pretty demanding on our power supply, which, since I didn't enable the lanes of for the miners, it's probably not using a whole lot. Yeah, we're not even using 50% right now. We could also start some research. There's no reason why we couldn't do, ooh, that's a good one. We can open up pellet coke, but I know I want to get the roboports eventually. I think I've already researched batteries. Yeah, oh yeah, that's a red and green, so I can already get batteries. It's just a matter of making the petroleum to make the sulfuric acid, and then the sulfuric acid plus copper plates and iron plates will enable us to get batteries. So that's all of our refineries. Let's get that algae biomass into where it needs to go. Gosh, I wish there were some lights in here. There is actually no room to put any lights in. So let's see, I need some of these underground pipes. Let's get that. And it only needs to come in right here. And there we go. Okay, I can hear, oh, Yeah, of course I can hear it, but it's only the... it can't actually produce any until I get some water in here. Oh, this is going to be ugly. Oh, we need more of these. Like I was saying, I could have brought it in maybe from the other side, somewhere down here, but I'd like to keep, maybe just have like a row of all the fluids here. So if this one came up here, it would be fine. Seeing a lot of handcrafting today. I apologize for that, because I know that's boring to watch. I don't think that has to be there. Well, it certainly doesn't have to be there for now. Okay, now you see all these flames. That means all these refineries are going right now. They're all producing a little bit of petroleum gas. It's only 4 petroleum gas per second. And what's happening is it's filling up all these pipes. But none of these pipes are hooked up to anything, so right now it's not doing anything. Let's give it somewhere to go first. Okay. And let's just put... Oh, I do have a tank, good. This tank could go right here. There. So both of these rows of refineries should be feeding into this, and it's just slowly going up, which is fine. Just give it a little buffer. These guys don't need to be hooked up anymore to... Oh gosh, that's a lot of coal, of course. I certainly want to... I do want to be able to make plastic. But I don't need to use this setup anymore. I'll take that out eventually. Okay. I guess I could be making my plastic first. I do need to make that sulfuric acid though. So I think I'll make sulfuric acid up on top. And the only thing sulfuric acid takes to make is an iron plate and sulfur. Well, where do I get sulfur from? Sulfur only takes petroleum gas and water. And we can make 2 per second. Let's get rid of that coal. And I think I'll take this out just because it doesn't really belong in there. Oops. Let's just keep going with the sciences that we can see here. I don't think I'll need a fluid wagon anytime soon, but just get it out, get it done. So I think I'll just go ahead and start making sulfuric acid up in this top row here. So this whole block here is going to be kind of dedicated to my liquids, I think. So I'll make algae biomass, I will make petroleum here, I'll make lubricant somewhere down here, I'll make sulfuric acid here, and then it might just be convenient to make all my batteries and things that take liquid here. Not really like, I mean I could take a line over for lubricant to make, well I'm going to need sulfuric acid and lubricant transported to make electric engines and blue circuits. But that's pretty far off. Let's make our sulfuric... Oh my gosh, I don't have enough chemical plants, which means I need more iron. Okay. It's a bummer. Let's get that iron. There we go. Whoop. Oh, it also takes steel. Should have known. Okay. And if you saw, we can make 2 sulfur per second. However, to make sulfuric acid, every second it uses 5 sulfur. So if I had... So basically, I need 2.5 chemical plants for every 1 chemical plant to produce sulfuric acid. So if I do 5 chemical plants making sulfur, I could have 2 chemical plants making sulfuric acid. Not too bad. Okay, let's do that then. Got plenty of chemical plants. Let's get these guys going. And all these things need, all these chemical plants need is, oh, you know what? I think they need water too. It was water and petroleum. Oh boy. All right. So let's see where our pipes at. Water is going to be coming in from here. I think we could just go like this. Okay, we need a lot of underground pipes here. Unfortunately, we are just going through that stuff like crazy, aren't we? So these guys are going to output sulfur here. Let's do something like that. I think what we could do is something like, oops, this, because we need iron plates to make the sulfuric acid. Let's do this. I think I actually need to use fast inserters. Of course I need wood. Let's just do that advanced oil processing. Maybe I'll get rid of those 2 tanks. I could just throw them away, but that's awfully wasteful. It'd be nice to turn that into solid fuel. That's one of the things you can do with liquids early on that gives you a nice energy dense fuel source. I guess I could have just gone up to those buffer chests because I think they're full. Oh yeah, I could have grabbed a lot out of there. Whatever. That should be enough wood for classes for a while. So this is our water. Let's do this instead. So that'll save some pipes. And now everyone's got water. You guys happy? And they're gonna need iron plates, which I can get from our main bus. Unfortunately, it's going to come out from... Oh, that's going to be ugly. But that's alright. This can go up and around. I still want it to be balanced. So what does our thing look like here? Let's do it like that. Alright. It looks funny, but it works. And then that'll bring the iron in onto this top lane here. And when these guys output the sulfur, it'll go on the bottom of this belt. And then this can take in iron plates and sulfur. Perfect. So now what we have to do is hook up the petroleum, which is down here. Let's get our pipes. It'd be nice if they were kind of lined up. However, this one is going to come in from the top, it looks like. So we might have to do something goofy like this. There we go. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, and there we go. I think we needed just one more pipe like that. Okay. Petroleum's going up here. Oh. Should have known that was going to work. There we go. Alright, one of them is working. Let's get them all hooked up. Alright. We're making sulfuric acid. Of course, it has nowhere to go. But we will fix that. Let's make a tank somewhere. I know I have some in here, so instead of making one, I'll just take one and place it down somewhere. Alright. And we're going to slowly fill that up. That's awesome. So now we've got sulfuric acid. Now to make batteries. Batteries require iron, copper, and sulfuric acid. That's it. It's really not a super complex recipe. I would like to get this. Pellet coke is a energy dense fuel source that we could create. And it also gives vehicles a 10% or 110% acceleration bonus. I think what we can do, let's put our batteries somewhere on this belt, but we're going to need two belts, one for iron and one for copper. And batteries are made in chemical plants. Let's make 4 of these. They're already built, so that's great. Let's do like 2 of these and then give it space like that. These guys will make batteries like this. So we'll have one lane coming in with two things on it. This will be copper, this will be iron, or whichever way we decide to do it. And then what we can do is have another belt coming down here. Do we want to have a little more room in here? I think so. Sure is nice to have that long reach. Okay, this is a little bit of a problem here, because I can't do this maneuver. So let's just make that one the copper. How about that? Oh, that's a problem too, though. Well, I can always pull it off of one of the other lanes up here. So that takes care of copper. So copper's on the bottom, iron's going to have to be on top. And iron we can bring in from here. That's one way to make it ugly, but it works. This is the closest I could make it, so let's just do that. And there's, oh boy, you know what? This top one could be needed for, I'll probably need it to make green circuits, like fill up that belt more, unfortunately. There we go. Alright. So I've got both products going all the way over here to our batteries. And this is going to have to be one of those things where we have the long belts getting the things we need, right? And then the regular inserters. Well, I know it's not going to reach all the way. I don't know. It's been a while since I played, so brain's a little slow. So let's see, let's go down here. Is that right? That's their input, okay, and then this one's going to output this way. So now all they need is sulfuric acid, and then they can start producing. Let's get this one first. This is a very small setup for now, but it's enough to get us going. Actually, I want to do this. Of course, I always need to make more pipes. There's just never enough. It's unbelievable how much you can use. Come on. There we go. I could always just do this too. And there we go. We've got batteries. And I'll just drag it all the way over. I think what I'll do is just put them right here on this belt next to the steel. And there we go. That means we're one step closer to robots, and I think that will probably be in the next episode. Hopefully. So let's look what we did. We got the petroleum setup done. We are currently stockpiled on petroleum. We moved the algae biomass tank. We have more than enough of that. We are making sulfuric acid also is stacking up. And now we were able to make batteries. Now I think what we're going to end up doing in the next episode is making the robot setup. And I'm just going to go ahead and lay the blueprint down so you can see what I'm going towards. And I'm going to have to clear out these... Oh. I was going to say I was going to clear out these trees, but that's not going to happen because I don't have any grenades on me. Let's go to, let's see, the mid-game robots. Okay, so this is the blueprint from TheSAGuy. It's pretty simple. Basically just makes logistics robots and worker robot or construction robots in a pretty nice ratio. And now this does take lubricant. That's another thing that I haven't made yet. But one of the raw inputs for these, this takes iron plates down here. It takes steel and batteries and red and green circuits. So we have everything for the raw materials, but we did not make lubricant. So let's make lubricant and start filling in this blueprint in the next episode. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.